this thing, which is so cool. Look at it. Ooh, the bobs. I might have ruined it. Welcome to After Hours Filming, because I'm busy over the weekend with SidWaj on the Crew Motorfest. After Hours. This is one of the 2 summit cars that they've added recently in the Crew Motorfest. Now I don't want to get it wrong, because I do this often. You know what? Even though the Corvette, it was an Impala? A Chevrolet Impala. Was it no, it wasn't a Plymouth. It was an Impala. What in the outside of Tesco parking lot was that? Nice. Well, this is one of the summit cars that they have done recently in the Crew Motorfest, but it's not the only one. We also got, with this same car, the Ring Brothers Dodge Challenger. 2 cars that are very, very similar in how they work, how they operate. Oh, I've spun out! I mean, oh, I've spun out. Because this is the Crew Motorfest. After Hours. Let's check out both these summit cars, because I haven't looked at either of them at all yet, really. So I'm going to jump into the Ring Brothers and also jump into the Plymouth. It's not a Plymouth. Oh, come on. Can I? I have a platform on cars, yet I can't even, like, the names just, like, they don't stick. First on the chopping block is the, ooh, we can change the color of this thing. Nice. What other colors do we have? I mean, well, first let's get rid of this livery, I guess. This thing, I think, is very cool. I'm not even gonna bother. This summit car, I think, is a cool summit car. It looks nice. There is a bit of a criticism for this thing, I will say. It's that it's essentially just a racing version of this car, but in street too. But there's clear differences. The front bumper, the spoiler, That's about it, really. It's got semi-slicks and not just regular slicks. There you go. Oh, duh. That's an anime made. An animade, if you will. Ooh, a nice Red Bull livery. There's some cool liveries on this thing. Oh, that one's definitely a cool style as well. You know what? There's some very cool stuff on this car. Oh, people are doing some good things with cars in the Crew Motorfest recently. Damn. Oh, do we engine fan it yet? You know what? I'll American Dream kit this one. Let's listen to it stock. This is this thing stock. And this is this thing American Dream kitted. Go! Ooh, everything's already matching. It says the name on the side, so maybe I won't forget it now. That's all I need. Every car just needs to say the name of the car on it. That's what I'm missing. Oh! Whoa! What am I driving? Am I driving a drift car? I thought they put this thing in street too. Not drift. It's obviously got the souped up interior as well, which is slightly different to the racing version. But this car is an old school American muscle car, which would normally be in street tier 1. But instead, this thing right here is in street tier 2. And I like that, because the street tier 1 and 2 divide is drastic. Often it feels like street tier 1 cars are just slow for the sake of being slow. I don't mind it too much. I just wish there was more consistency to it. There's actually a good video made by a smaller content creator on why why it's bad. Why some cars are in some spec but shouldn't be, and some cars are in one of the specs but shouldn't be. So it's finally good to have some of these older cars be moved up into street tier 2, even if it's through just edition versions of them. Because I mean, look at this. Oh, look at it in the sun as well. Oh, hi. That is picturesque. That is lovely. Hang on, that might actually, I'm rock hard right now. Now we're gonna jump onto the Challenger as well that they added, but before I do, this isn't the first time they've done something like this. They also did it with the 31,000, 3,100. This thing, which is so cool. I mean, look at it. It's a Chevy pickup truck in Street Tier 2. This is in the same tier as some Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and the like. It's one of my favorite, it has to be one of my favorite edition cars, especially through Motorfest. Like, look at the interior as well. We got the cages. This thing's so cool, man. It's so cool. I thought it was a Chevrolet until I saw what is clearly a Mitsubishi air conditioning unit. Genuinely, what is your favorite of these? Because it doesn't end here. It doesn't end with the Chevy pickup. In fact, they really like doing this with Chevrolets. We have the Impala. We have this thing. We have not just the base model of the Camaro. No, this Bumblebee won't just stay in Street Tier 1. No, there is a much better and newer generation of the Bumblebee Camaro. Look at it. And again, I wouldn't make Bumblebee jealous.
You're better than me.
One of the better, again, Summit cars they've added, just like the Chevrolet pickup truck. This thing is so nice. An old school car. They really like their old school cars, basically. I mean, this old one is resto mod, and then was basically the one before, and now it's this thing from before. They really like their old school cars, and they just keep doing this style of an old school car in street is souped up enough that it's made Street Tier 2. I wish they did that with some Summit cars. I reckon if it was new to the game, this thing would have been in Street Tier 2. Like, it is just such a cool car, but, you know, it being in Street Tier 1 makes it just so kind of unusable, you know? And that, I mean, look at it. Might as well be in a drift car. And here is the Ring Brothers Dodge Charger Tusk. This thing is an absolute beauty. First of all, we can change the color of it? What? POV every single custom show car last week. It actually looks quite nice in pink. Visual parts. We can change the rims. Nice. No new official ones, but it's nice that we can. In fact, that gets rid of a bit of the gold. So say you wanted to make this car a different color, you don't have to worry about the gold getting in the way. Because there you go. Yeah, you could essentially... I quite like that, actually. You could basically hide that this is even the Ring Brothers. What? Oh, wow. Okay, well, I love having to blur liveries. Am I wrong if I say that looks kind of cool? Am I wrong? In fact, the blue that I have on right now is perfect. These are left so you can change it to any color you want, and I just happen to be in the perfect blue for it. I'm gonna go with this simply due to the fact that, look, even Paul Walker, in real life, when he first, you know, drove this car in the movie, it turned out that there was only... Well, by this car, I mean the Skyline. Turns out the Skyline was actually the 17th car picked to actually be the Paul Walker car for that movie. This car was actually in the running. I mean, you can see it. If you just search Paul Walker 16, you can see that this was the 16th car in the running to actually have this livery on it and be his car in the movie. Honestly, I wouldn't have known if I didn't search Paul Walker 16. Obviously, they then did the 17th one and then ended up going with that. What do we actually go with? Tire-wise? And for this one, we're gonna put on the Ultra Charger kit. This is what it sounds like. Oh, it's chrome. Oh no. This is what it sounds like stock. Still very good. A lot of pops. And this is what it sounds like with the Ultra Charger. So essentially, this is a bit of a double-barreled video, right? Because not only do I want to check out these cars, this thing and the Dodge Charger Tusk, Challenger Tusk. Honestly, at this point, I've probably gotten it wrong so many times, it doesn't even matter if I bother getting it right. The comments have already brought it up. But not only do I want to check out the Chevrolet Impala and the Dodge Challenger, but also I want to be like, yes. More of this, please, Ivory Tower. More really sick customizer cars, custom cars that instead of just being in Street Tier 1 are ported to Street Tier 2 just because of, you know, how cool they are. As well as, honestly, go through Street Tier 1 and 2 and fix it. And while you're at it, please and thank you, put the quad bike in a spec with motocross. Because what the hell is it doing in rally raid? Okay. There we go. Now we're going to switch to the absolute beauty, which is... I might have ruined it. I might have ruined it. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. The rims are too basic, but I kind of like it. Oh, the pops. Oh, the pops and the pops and the bangs and the bangs and the pops. Oh, this engine sound. Oh, lovely. Two great cars. A great thing they've been doing, which I don't think... Oh, well, no, I guess obviously they didn't do it in the Crew 2 because the Crew 2 didn't have Street Tier 1 and Street Tier 2. Next is the police update, so we might start seeing less of this, and we don't actually... Now, the next Summit car we're getting in this update is going to be a Porsche Taycan, and that's obviously going to be Street Tier 2 because it was already Street Tier 2. But I wonder, they do this for all of these cars, but then they put the KRC Japan 240 SX still in Street Tier 1? I mean, I guess. Because that one really is just a body kit. It's why I guess if we got a Liberty Walk in Street Tier 1, it wouldn't be moved up because Liberty Walk don't mess with the internals. I assume this thing is messed with the internals. Same with the Impala, I guess because that one's a Crew one, they just kind of, in the lore of the Crew, it's messed with the internals. The Hoonigan Chevy definitely is. But the Hoonigan Chevy? I don't know if it is. I'll leave it up to the reader's interpretation which one I meant there. Okay. Nice. Thank you to popular members, a special thank to famous members, and an insane thank you to star members. We don't have any. Become a star member. And an insane top of the top thank you to icon members, HK. I will see you boys in the next one. What Street Tier 1 cars would you want to be moved up to Street Tier 2 in an edition version? In a bit.